Hi, everyone. Happy Monday. I have a question today from Marie, and I'll just get right to it. So, Marie says, Hi, Amy. My question may be a little different from the usual ones, but I thought I'd still send it. So, here it is. I'm pregnant with my first child and due in the middle of August. I'm scared of birth and labor. How can I change my mindset to go into labor being self-confident and relaxed? Thank you so much for your great videos. Really appreciate it. So, Marie, I want you to see that there's a difference. Now, when I first say this, let me just give you the caveat right up front. When I first say this, what I'm about to say, it might sound like, yeah, easy for you to say, or, yeah, okay, that's not really going to help me. But I want you to just kind of listen anyway. Pretend like you can hear something in this and kind of stick with it, because you will. I know you will. So there's a difference between fear being there and you being scared. So right now, and always really, like in our lives, emotion moves through, feelings move through. Thought, sensation, and thought about that sensation, interpretations and stories and all of that move through. So it's like there's a lot there at any time, right? At any given time, there's a lot there. And our mind has this really sneaky way, it does this really, really quickly, of kind of owning what's there, So we're like, ooh, I'm scared. I'm happy. I'm this. I'm that. Now, we're not doing this on purpose. Like, it's just kind of how it goes, right? It's like this stuff moves through us. And in an instant, our mind grabs it, calls it ours, tells a story about it, kind of owns it, clings to it, gives it some meaning. Like, all of this just happens really, honestly, like, beyond our control, beyond our awareness. And then we're just left with this kind of end result thing, which is like, ooh, I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm scared. And it looks and feels so big and real and personal. And then we try to do things to make ourselves not feel scared, or see how we can take that big conclusion and change it or tweak it, or, give it like a nicer spin, or whatever we might do. But I really want you to kind of get a feel for a really different way of seeing the exact same thing, which is that Marie isn't scared. Marie's just Marie. There's fear there sometimes. There's also, I'm sure, excitement there. There's confusion there. There's apprehension there. There's like all kinds of stuff there. And again, for all of us, in the most normal, boring of circumstances, stuff shows up. It just moves right through. You are not in a normal, boring circumstance. Your life is about to change in really awesome, amazing ways in just 6 weeks or so. And your hormones are all over the place, and you have all kinds of stuff going on, all kinds of uncertainty, all kinds of, your mind looking ahead and wanting to figure things out. So no doubt about it, you are in a place right now, and again, we all are in our own ways, but you are, Marie, of stuff showing up. Fear is here. Excitement's here. This is here. That's here. See if you can kind of feel it like that and take that ownership out. Now, again, this is something that can sound like, oh yeah, that's not really going to help me when I'm pushing a baby out in a few weeks, but it's huge. I really like, before you push that baby out, let's spend some time right now just kind of feeling into this and getting a sense of this in a bigger way, because everything that just shows up and moves through us moves through. And the more we can kind of just invite it all and not worry about it and not have to own it and not fear it, you start to see, wow, I can have a totally different relationship with what shows up. It's like, wow, I'm terrified about this right now in this moment. Okay. 5 minutes later, wow, I'm so excited. I can't believe this is going to happen. Okay. 5 minutes later, I heard this story, and then I heard that story, like we're all over. But the more you get a feel for the you in there, and the stuff gets to show up, and it isn't like, I'm scared, I need a different mindset so that I can handle this better. I mean, amazing, amazing change, major transformation in how you get to be with what shows up through you and how you get to kind of feel in your experience. So beneath the fear that shows up, beneath the stories, your mind goes off and tells these stories, and then it's like, oh, I feel this, and oh no, this is going to be bad. And beneath all of that, you're just being lived. Like you're just being lived. And then you're feeling this revolving kind of range of stuff showing up that isn't yours and isn't you. But in the you being lived part, I mean, especially when it comes to having a baby, you didn't grow that baby. You did your part, which is great, good for you, but so much. I mean, this is, again, like, it's just like the most perfect place to see this. So much is just being lived literally within you and through you and through all of us all the time. We're not doing that. So we can feel scared. Like we can feel excited. We can feel nervous. We can feel apprehensive. We can feel all of that stuff. And you're still being lived. It kind of, it isn't like, I used to think like, oh my gosh, it's going to be so much worse if I can't like get in the right mindset about anything, childbirth or anything, right? Like, oh, it's going to suck. It's going to be horrible. I'm not going to do as well if I can't get in the right mindset. But what if that's not true? What if your mindset's just your mindset? It's doing whatever it's doing. But there's a place where you don't have to control that. You're being lived. And it's like this thing of knowing, oh yeah, that's happening. And, childbirth and pregnancy, like this is the most ideal place to see that. So much is happening and so much will happen. And when you have that baby in a few weeks, your body knows exactly what to do. Look at how many people have been born since the beginning of time. A lot. I mean, it's like the less we do, the less we get in the way, the less we try to manage, the less we try to make our mindset the right mindset, the better. And you certainly don't have to worry about anything in terms of childbirth. Like it is just going to happen because it's what you're born for. It's what you're designed for. Your body knows exactly what to do perfectly. So for me, when I had my kids, this was one of the most helpful things for me. Is I studied something called hypnobirthing, but it's kind of a natural birth technique, I suppose, but really more of just I didn't practice any technique in the middle of labor, but it was more about the studying and the kind of preparation I did beforehand, which was a lot of seeing how our body knows how to have a baby. A lot of basically making us irrelevant or making us redundant in the best possible way, saying, okay, you did your part. Now you get to just go do whatever you do. You can be scared, you can panic, you can relax, you can connect with your partner, you can breathe, you can do anything you want to do during that time, but you're not responsible for having a baby. It is done through you and for you. And I was thinking about this when I first started Question, like just remembering how much peace that brought me. I mean, there are so many stories if you want to look for them. We're bombarded with people's horrible birth experiences, unfortunately, and just being in a society and a culture these days that turns everything into a problem. So we need to medicate things that aren't really medical issues. We need to, help everything along. Let's get it out faster. Let's do this better. Like so much like human intervention and interaction and things. And I'm not saying anything about natural birth. You do whatever you want to do. I'm just saying in a bigger sense, whatever you choose to do, there is a lot less for you to do than you think there is. It's done for you. And that was so helpful for me to see these stories of like people, women through the ages who just go off in a field and have a baby. I mean, man, there's so little we need to worry about and do. And it reminds me so much of this understanding that I share, because that's exactly what's been so helpful in this. It's just incredible to see we really can't mess it up that much. There's so much working in our favor, working through us and for us. And if there's anything to do, it's get the heck out of the way and just let our experience come through us and change. And that's very much like childbirth in a lot of ways. And again, however you choose to have your birth experience, this is a helpful thing to see, that it's not on you. So there's a lot less to worry about and fear and all that. And just from your question, again, about having a mindset that's confident and relaxed, I get it. That'd be wonderful. But I want you to have a mindset. I want you to have deeper than a mindset. I want you to be connected with you, where your mindset, your thoughts are going wherever they're going to go. Because trust me, they're going to go all over the place. And then you can be like, oh yeah, that's here. That's showing up. That's going there. That's going there. I'm not any of that. And this baby's still going to come out and everything's going to be fine. So it's like, we don't need to fix one to have everything be okay. And I think that takes so much pressure off. So I hope this is helpful in some ways. I hope it's helpful for those of you who aren't about to have a baby in a few weeks. Hopefully it's a helpful kind of just reminder of how we work, and physically and mentally, because the way that our body is designed to give birth and have a baby with very, very little intervention needed in most cases is exactly how our psychology works. It's exactly how our minds and our feelings and our emotions work. We're made for this. We don't need to run it. And that alone takes so much fear and pressure and stress out of things. So thank you for your question, Marie. Congratulations and good luck, and send me a baby picture when you get one. I can't wait to hear how it goes, and I'll see you guys back here next Monday.